I don't know if I'm blocking my view on each and every one of these, but I'm trying not to have that light affect y'all. And try to not have this light affect me right here because I gotta read off of something tonight that I'm not familiar with. All right, let me move over. This is gonna kill me. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. No, I'm late. I'm prepared. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Give time for others to come in and give me some time to sip on my lovely tea. I hate that this things. Oh, it does. Give me the that mouse. Mouse that's on the table. Oh, I got it. I should be able to use it without the bed, I think. Yeah, go over there. Awesome, awesome. Do you think? Mhm. Waiting for some people to show up. Just show up. Just show up. Today is Wednesday, August the 7th. It's still kind of the first of the month, 1 weekend to August. This is the eighth month of the year. The eighth month of the year. If you haven't gotten the goals cracking, you're running behind, honey. You're running behind. Whatever those New Year's resolutions was, if they're not cracking right now, you are running behind. I have a little confession that I can make about my New Year's resolution. Book number 3 ain't even start yet. I wrote a couple of things down, and things have happened that has prevented me from writing. Losses, stress, health issues. So hopefully I'll find that motivation again. I love it. I enjoy writing. And if any writers out there, authors out there, once you get that bug, um, you got the bug. It hits you, right? So I'll try to get that thing back going again. I'll probably I'll pray on that as well. One of my prayer points. I'm looking for something to write that down with because that's something I wanna make sure I focus on. But anywho, I'm not gonna keep you guys long. It is 8:44. I want to get into this topic. So let's do our midweek check-in. Our midweek check-in. It's our mental health check-in. I posted this up here pretty late today. It was pretty late because the phones was ringing off the hook today. It was ringing. I mean, when I put the phone down, the line, something else came up. Another call after call after call after call after call. I couldn't get a break, but it is what it is. That's how my job is. I do enjoy it because it keeps me going. I like the quickness, the fastness of it. It's kind of like working in the emergency room, but you're on the phone. Can't see the person. It's kind of different, but it's like the ER. Fast pace. You triage this person. If this person is a high priority, is this person a low priority, but you must assess each and every call that comes through that line. So today I put up there that I'm doing great. I'm still feeling that way. This has been a good week for me, and it's only Wednesday. Um, Waking up in the mindset that everything that I'm going to be doing at the age of 46. Hello, 46. At the age of 46, I'm going to make sure I follow through with everything that God is placing in front of me. No procrastination, no fears, no complaints, doing and moving as God wants me to move. So hello 46. Right? I'm doing great. So if you're feeling or you're doing great, put that red emoji heart up there. If you're doing okay, put a blue emoji heart up there. If you're doing put a yellow emoji heart up there. If things are tough and you're struggling, put the green emoji heart up there. I will try to reach out to you. I will, in fact, reach out to you. Excuse me. I will, in fact, reach out to you through Messenger. If you're struggling and you're having a tough time, I will reach out to you. Put the purple emoji heart up there if you're having a hard time or wouldn't mind if someone was to reach out to you. The broken emoji heart is if you're really in a dark place. The pink emoji heart if you're having harmony and balance in your life. The orange emoji heart is if you're feeling optimistic and uplifting. Our brown emoji heart is for if you're having a real poopy emoji day, really shitty day. If you're having a bad day, put that brown emoji heart up there. Place that white emoji heart up there if you're having some mixed emotions, blankness and innocence and minimalism, meaning you didn't really want to do anything today. You did the bare minimum. Put that gray emoji heart up there if you're feeling cool and self-restraint. Or a baby blue emoji heart up there if you're feeling relaxing and friendly and that's sad. The black emoji heart if you're having some sadness and anger going on. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're doing. I posted this at 6 o'clock today. Let me know how you're doing. All right, so today I try to be super duper productive and type my notes up. And here they are, all typed up. Now I know I needed print ink for my printer. I've been squeezing that ink out that printer like we squeeze toothpaste out of tube, right? Just keep squeezing it from the bottom. It's almost gone. I tried to print today and yeah, that didn't work out for me. So I have to use my computer to read my notes. I'm sitting at the computer all day, hence you see my glasses. Need them. They're very, very important for me to see. But today's topic is validation, ego, and your self-esteem. Do it impact your mental health? And I thought of this topic when I was with my twin sister when we were on our little birthday vacation with our family. Shout out to everybody that came with us down for our birthday vacation in Ocean City. We had a blast. It was awesome. Just family and fun. But I know we were talking about, well, I was telling her that I really don't remember us having any birthday parties for us. As you get older one year and you have a birthday, you have cake, you have ice cream, you play pin and tell on the donkey when you get a certain age, and after a certain age, you play musical chairs, and then after a certain age, you might go to a club, you might go to a bar. After a certain age, you start doing things on your own for your birthday. I don't remember any of those things for us in our childhood, having a birthday. And she kind of agreed with me, like, yeah, hey, Miss Carla. And so I told her, I said, well, that's why I'm so pinpoint on people's birthdays. Anybody, but if I know your birthday, um, I'm stuck on people's birthdays. I will celebrate you. I'll tell you, don't work on your birthday. You shouldn't work on your birthday. You work on all the holidays. Your birthday, you should never work on your birthday. My husband finally got that in his head, and he doesn't work on his birthday at all. Your birthday is so special to you. That's the only day that you have. I actually share my day with somebody. I don't mind sharing my day with my sister because we were born together, right? And so that validation to me was golden that we share together. We share a lot together. And then I started thinking, we live in a world with like social media, right? Social media, the internet, we can travel across the world and not leave the comfort of our home, right? We can Meet people in Canada, Paris, Detroit, LA, Nigeria, Australia, right in our homes via Zoom, Skype, through Facebook Messenger. We can talk to all these people. Um, and, internet has become a big part of our life, like being accepted, want to make sure we're understood. How many likes are you getting? How many views are you getting? If your post or your feed or your video thing went viral, right? How has that worked out? I hate when this thing says it's a slow connection. Let me see if that's a little bit better. So that's why I came up with us in 2018 or 2024. No, let's not go back to 2018. It was an awful year. In 2024, we look at being validated, how we feed off our ego, good or bad, and how it can impact our self-esteem. It can increase our self-esteem to make us feel welcome, understood, loved, have many friends, and we never even meet the friends that we have, right? Or it can make us feel really down. Nobody liked that post that we had. Nobody's seen our live or commented on our live that we had, right? It'll get your self-esteem down. Becoming a part of something, being liked or accepted and understood and supported is what we've come to be engulfed in, right? We all want to be validated. We all want to be liked. We all want to be loved. We want to be a part of something. We want to make sure we're known. We're known by our family. We might be known by our family, a small circle of our family. Some of our family members might love us, some of them might hate us. But then we get known by friends, co-workers, maybe some fellowshipping at church. You'll go out to, events and you might meet somebody there that you match up with. So we want to be known, right? There are people who are desperately trying to get approval and acceptance from others, who never feel good enough and who are terrified of social rejection. So, what is the psychology behind validation? And again, guys, I'm looking. If you see me looking to my right, it's because I had my notes. I thought I printed them out, but my printer didn't have any ink, so I'm reading off of my trusty rusty other laptop. I have so many. It's my second. It's my third laptop. My notes off of my laptop. I have to get some ink for my printer because that's how I run my nonprofit. I run my juicing company and how I pay the other bills with my businesses. So why is psychology behind, what's the psychology behind validation? Everyone wants to feel that they matter. That's from when the day you come out. Once your mom pushes you out, you're looking for your mother. Where's mommy at? Where's my mother? Where's the person that I heard this voice? The person that cared for me in this cocoon, that warmed me up, that fed me, that nurtured me. Now I want my mother. Your mother sent when you first come out, and she knows yours. They want to be heard and seen, and they want their feelings to be understood and accepted. Validation helps a person feel cared for and supported. Yet too often a person can feel that their inner experiences are judged and denied. Validation starts with the self. To address this, we must understand your internal experiences as well as your actions and behaviors. So what one experiences, just picture like when I was younger, and I'm only going to be talking about me because I can only give you my experiences. I can't give you anybody else's experiences. If you have an experience that you want to share with us, go right here, put it in the chat. So when I was younger, me being bullied in school, my mom couldn't believe it. Like, what you mean you're getting bullied in school? Why are people picking on you in school? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. They call me names. They tease me. And she's looking at me like, really? Like, what are you doing about it? And now remember, I was a skinny little thing. I wasn't stacked like this. I wasn't, I was tall, skinny, slender, shy. If you can believe that. I was shy, laid back. I'm still that way. If you really know me, I'll be in a room, I'll observe, I'm laid back. But if I know you, I'm in there. I'm a conversate, I'm in there. But I was shy, laid back, really skinny, probably the tallest person in all my classes going through school. So everybody thought I failed the grade or I was, just a slender, they used to call me giraffe, Tweety Bird, Sticks. But I used to get teased a lot. And my mom was a hardcore woman. She was a non-stop woman. She didn't play with her kids. But she didn't validate those feelings like, baby, what's wrong? Let me go up to the school like these parents today. Let me go up to the school and see what they're doing wrong with my, what are they doing? Let me talk to the teacher, to the principal and see what's happening. My mom was like, listen, you go to school the next day, you bust them in the mouth. And I guarantee you they won't teach you anymore. Now, that's not the solution. At least in my case, at least in anybody's case. That's not a good solution. And especially for me, I feared things. I was afraid of things. So that wasn't a good solution, just to tell me, if they saying something to you that you don't like, just bust them in the face. I'm like, Mom, I don't think that's going to work. What is the root cause of seeking validation? This need can be traced back to basic human desire, acceptance and fear of isolation amplified by specific experiences and societal conditioning throughout one's life. Social conditioning from early childhood, individuals are often taught that their worth is linked to approval from others. So when you're in school, when you're in kindergarten, I know for girls, we'll go with the girls that has a nice bows in her hair, and we'll ask what's your name, and you want to color, and if she likes you, you like her, y'all friends. The guys, they don't have a problem with that. You playing ball, I'm playing ball. Let's play ball together, right? So you have that social connection, something specifically that you want to get approval from others. Um, when you are a small child whose whole existence and well-being depends on others, rejection actually equals ex, ex, existential death. So if it kind of like when you're in school, and back in school we used to have what's that game where somebody get picked and you stand in the middle and everybody get the ball thrown at you. Dodgeball. And then everybody pick whoever's supposed to be on their teams. And if you were a crappy wimpy kid, they didn't want you on their team. You got picked last. So you're getting rejected. The same thing with football, basketball. You get rejected. Nobody wants to play with those kids. You're getting rejected. So you separate yourself further and further and further through elementary school. It may happen in middle school. It may happen in high school. It may happen in college, and then it may happen in your workforce areas when you're going to work. It may happen. This thing does not stop when you turn into an adult. Validation is throughout your lifespan, even in elderly. I had a senior citizen call me the other day and was like, do you think I should stop talking to my girlfriend because she told me that I think too much about money? And she says she's the one rich, I'm not. She can go get her hair done every 2 weeks, her nails done every 2 weeks. She'll go get a spray on tan. I can't do that. I'm on a fixed income. And I was like, okay. She said, I really don't like her, but I need to hang around her because everybody else in the building talks about her, and I need to know what she's going to talk about me. So I hang around her, and this is serious. I hang around her to ensure that she's not talking about me. This is the elderly woman. Elderly. So that's like past 65, wanting to be validated by someone else that she knows talks about others in their senior citizens building. And mind you, they both live in a condo complex. So this doesn't happen when you start preschool, kindergarten, fourth grade, fifth grade, 12th grade, working McDonald's, so you get a corporate job, and then it ends. It's throughout the lifespan. We need validation throughout the lifespan. We need it. And since we are constantly hurt, invalidation, and rejection, and many avert a highly susceptible ways of children, a lot of us grow up into wounded and selfless adults whose preservation is skewed or blurry. And hence, that's where you get the Facebook people, the Instagram people, the TikTok people, the all the other Patreon, all these people come up with different names of who they pretend to be on social media. Even the people that's in the gaming people, who they pretend to be, their perception of themselves, their inner them comes out in the outer them on social media. And if they have tens of thousands of friends, and they know friends of friends and friends of friends of friends, and that brings them joy. Even if they never even touched or met these people, it brings them joy. They're validated. They're liked by, they have 10K, 2.3 million views, friends. And as I was saying, in school, in elementary school, middle school, high school, and college, this happens. Now, remember, if it's happening to you and you've already elevated and you're an adult now, you still see validation from your husband, your wife, your children, your parents still. Even though you're grown, you still seek validation from your parents, your siblings, your neighbors, your supervisor at work. It's just in different capacities. The most validation I want from my job is my paycheck. Make sure you're paying me the correct money for the correct hours I'm working. And sometimes I would like a raise every now and then. That's validation to me. That's validation to everybody. We ain't working for free, right? We need that. We need that income. We need that paycheck. Sometimes at work, we want to be patted on the back. Hey, you're doing just a marvelous job. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. You know, you handled that case really well. Can you try to explain how you got through that? It was real stressful for you. I know down in police radio with when something's like heavy, if there's a heavy call for a call taker, or is there a heavy call even for the crisis counselors there, they support it. Even though they're on their car, they're in their cubicle, you'll feel that support. And people are coming back, checking, and these people are their peers. You'll feel that support. And once that call is over, what you hear clapping, you'll hear cheering, and on our screen, you'll see people saying, good job, good job, good job. Take a break. You'll get that support. That's why I love what I do. Because the team that I work with, they give you support. You need that. And especially when you're dealing with people with any type of crisis, especially in Philadelphia, I did not know that 911 takes care of the whole Philadelphia. That small department with all those wonderful people in there take care of the whole Philadelphia. It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's think about your kids when they're in summer camp. The validation for them at summer camp. And we know that bullying goes on. We know that there's cliques that goes on in summer camp. There's cliques that goes on in schools. We know those things, but kids still want to be validated by their friends. They want to be liked. They want to be in the in crowd. They don't want to be the person that, being talked about, being bullied. They don't want that to happen, right? And sometimes kids will be bystanders. They're not being bullied, but they may have been bullied, the year before, and it bruised their ego. Their self-esteem was low. So that summer they reinvented themselves. They got some, some validation from their parents. They got some good things going, and now they're in school and they're not being bullied, but they're being the bystander. They're not saying anything to the bullier. They're not saying anything to the person that's bullying them because they don't want that to happen to them this year. They're just watching, right? How about at church? How about at church? Think about that. Validation at church. We do have some pastors, bishops, reverends, ministers. They didn't get into it for validation, but their ego has blown up just a little bit. And sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes it's the congregation. Right. Sometimes when you're at men's fellowship or women's fellowship, you're just there and everybody not fellowshipping with you. You feel like the outsider, right? How about when you're in the choir and you never get that solo? When you're in the choir, you want that validation as well. If someone likes your post on Facebook, I just talked about that, then everything's well and good. But if they don't, then you feel terribly anxious or empty or invisible on social media. On social media. If someone agrees with you, then you must be right and you feel confident or confidence and joy, right? But if they don't, then you feel threatened, lonely, upset, self-doubtful, socially anxious, and so on. Sometimes we call these people pleasers. People pleasers are afraid to be their true selves or take care of themselves. A lot of them, a lot of people pleasers don't even know who they really are. What they actually feel and what they truly think or what they like. Their mental boundaries are closely enmeshed with others because they were raised to take care of others and neglect themselves. You'll have that if you see that. Now, Miss Carla, you put yourself out there. Miss Carla said, that is me. Now, I'm going to ask you, Miss Carla, if you want to open yourself up. Did you see that in your childhood? You being a people pleaser? Did it come in your childhood or did it come later in your adult life or your adolescent life? The people pleasing. Miss Carla is on here via through Facebook. Neglecting yourself, yes. And when her dad was when she said my dad, can't see it, I'm sorry. There's always staying slow connection. Yes, my dad was one. So you took on the characteristic trait of your dad. And see, and that's what I was explaining earlier with my mom. And my mom was like, "No, don't worry about them teasing you if they say something that you don't like." Because my mom was the same way. If someone said something that my mom didn't like and it offended her, she just pop you in the mouth. She would just pop you in the mouth. My mom was quick with it, and so um, I was saying that my mom's service to all of her children and her 13 grandchildren and her two great grandchildren. I don't think they got it. Like we got this DNA gene in us. I call it the Bruce Banner, the Bruce Banner DNA gene. If you know who Bruce Banner is, we turn green, and after that green turns, we can't turn back. We all have that. So we took on that characteristic trait that my mom had. We get really, really angry, and we see green, and then it's just That so growing up, your dad was a people pleaser. Was he suave with it though, Miss Carla? Do you think he pleased people because he wanted validation from people, or did he please people as a way of being servitude to a server to people? That there's a difference. There's a difference. It was so bad for my dad. He was killed by a woman who he told no, he wasn't going to give her money, and she stabbed him and set, my God, and set him on fire. Lord have mercy. So he was a people pleaser because he didn't like to say no, and he liked to serve like a server. And see, that's the thing. So within that, what you're saying is he felt invisible. So when you feel invisible, you can be in a room with a whole bunch of people. It can be your day, your party, and you don't still feel like these people are here for you. They're not celebrating you enough. They're not here for me. They just here to eat my food, drink my drinks. They ain't really bringing. A lot of people didn't even bring me enough gifts. And the people that I invited ain't even come. All these thoughts will go through your head. But the people that really care for you, the people that love you are there. You're still seeking something. You still have these thoughtful feelings in your mind. We'll get to the ego in a minute. We're going to get right to the ego in a minute. Sometimes they disregard others, their boundaries, and their humility, and only care about themselves. This is often what people refer to. Oh, this is the narcissism. Narcissism. I'm sorry. This is the opposite of the people pleaser. A narcissist or narcissism. They disregard others, their boundaries, and their humility, and they only care about themselves. This is often what people refer to when they use the terms narcissism. So you can have the people pleaser, and then you can have on the other side of that the narcissistic person. They don't care about your feelings. They want you to validate in and everything they say. White is right. There's no black, right, or gray. They feed off of that. They will make you feel like you've done something wrong when you haven't. And Miss Carter said, actually, especially with family, our houses was the house everyone came to. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was probably like the house on my block. My grandmother's house was the house on our block that everyone came to. And Lord, now everybody got that book. Everybody going to try to figure out when and why the house of hell that I called it, all that happened. And so the narcissist will disregard your feelings, validate me. They'll say things like, "Oh, ain't nobody gonna want you. Oh, go ahead and tell that person. They gonna know you're lying. They know how I am. You gonna need me before I need you." And you like, really? Or they'll do something for you and push it back in your face. So it didn't come from the heart. They marking it down on their checklist just in case. Let's go into that ego, the ego really quickly. The ego facilitates the individuality that is critical for functioning. It makes us recognize our forte and the way we distinctively are distinctive from others. So we are individual people. There's no one like you. There's no one like me. Even though I got a twin sister, there is no one like me. You're an individual person. A person can be able to understand their self-worth, which gives them the confidence to make risks and make selections based totally on their judgment. It additionally acts as a protection mechanism that allows protecting from any capacity of damage. This additionally facilitates a discovery of threats around us. Moreover, the ego performs a function in regulating our emotions and allows us to respond in a rational manner. Everybody got the protective factor that, what should Ray say? Just come on. I had to replay this narcissist gaslight people. Make them seem, I can't see that. Make them seem like they're the problem. No, the gaslighting is like you're the problem. You made me do this. This is all on you. The narcissist is going to do things that make you think that you need them. They'll make you feel bad for something that they did, and they'll turn it around because you need them. That can be your children, your adult children. They can play on them heartstrings so many times. That can be your boss when you're at work, knowing you don't work 16, 17 hours a day. But because you talk about your family problems at work, knowing that you don't want to be there, they want to, hey, do you want to pull this 16-hour shift? Knowing you tired, you just pull 2 16s for them. They ain't all concerned about you at all. Trying to put money in your pocket. They just need a body there. This is what jobs do. That's why I tell people we are just a number. As soon as you pass away, or as soon as you get sick, your job description is in the paper or in Indeed.com. Jobs do that. Kids do that. They will work your nerves. They can be adults. They will work your nerves. I had a lady call me today, her 35-year-old daughter in her house living with her, giving her beef. Now, let me see where I was at. Threats. Moreover, the ego performs a function in regulating our emotion and allows us to respond in a rational manner. It can be a source of motivation. It permits us to set dreams and strive in the direction of them. This makes us recognize our strengths and our weaknesses. So your ego has kind of two split, the good part, the bad part. I'm going to try to level it as you'll have this person on your shoulder with red on, and this person on your shoulder with white on. And your mind, you saying, I ain't gonna punch in the face. And then the other mind saying, just punch her, because she deserved every last punch. Or in your mind, you saying, no, don't talk to them like that. But it slip out your mouth and you didn't talk to them like that. It also shows you your strengths and your weaknesses. You have to be prepared yourself to know that yourself. Because your ego can play tricks on you as well. You can deny that's a weakness for yourself. I used to say it all the time in my interviews when I had a job. What's your weakness and your strength? Or what's your weakness? My weakness is I don't like to ask for help. But my strength is I work strategically very well when my back is against the wall. And I do. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll get something done at the last minute. But I'm talking, I'm fussing, I'm complaining. And it turns out well, but I'm fussing and I'm complaining. But I have learned that's not a strength. That's a weakness. It's called procrastination. No matter if I get it done or not. You see how that can play a trick on you? The ego develops a sense of identification and purpose. It makes us recognize our area in this world and our self-confidence. A helpful A helpful ego is essential for a person to have a peaceful, full existence. It also creates feelings of accomplishing dreams and no longer compromising on them. A healthy ego now not only makes the character recognize their price, but also builds the correct balance between self confidence and humility. I think that's between puberty. Self confidence is between puberty and 40. Isn't that a long lifespan? Puberty. Because some people hit puberty at 8. Some people start going through their puberty at 8. So we have some early bloomers and we have some late bloomers. So that self-confidence and humility, if you start to gain those things, I say what my aunt says to me, when that light bulb go off at 40, you'll know. You'll know. I got 6 years in. I know. I know. I definitely know. My God, am I humble? My God, am I humble? Thank you, Lord, for that. An unhealthy ego negatively impacts our mental health. So, does it impact your mental health? Yes, absolutely. People who believe that they are superior to others show a lack of sympathy towards others and they do not respect others' perspective. When a man or a woman has a bad ego, they critique view of themselves, which creates the sensation of low self-esteem. Moreover, the individual could face tension and despair and make it hard to devour any new statistics. They have a tendency to focus on extra the negativity and preference on the effectiveness. So when something bad happens, it's just bad. You ever get that person that talk about the same thing over and over and over? I talked about this, right? When we did, the time traveling. They get stuck on something. Every time you see them, they are stuck on that same thing and it pulls at you. They talk about such negative things. They never had nothing good to say. Other damage resulting from a dangerous ego is, again, the narcissism, egotism or arrogance. When humans end up intolerant of another person's perspective, meaning you just don't care, they begin being arrogant closer to others. Furthermore, human attention to their needs and forget about others. Isn't that going on today? I have not, listen, I don't ride SEPTA. I haven't gotten on a SEPTA bus for many, many reasons. Y'all probably heard some of the stories I have said about SEPTA. The last time I got on a SEPTA bus, I sat near the back door, but the seat in front of the back door. And I was near the window. And a man got on, he was fully clothed. And I got my head down, I'm reading my little pamphlet, got my headphones in. I was going for jury duty, matter of fact. Anyway, I digress. I had my headphones in, reading, and when I looked over, this man is purely naked. When I say purely naked, he was a magician because I didn't even see him take his clothes off. But he's sitting next to me, butt naked. And I'm like, sir, I removed the headphones because I didn't think I was saying it loud enough. And the bus is loud. And it's crowded. So I'm shocked that ain't nobody on this bus see this man take his clothes off and he's butt naked sitting next to me on the bus. So, like my grandmother said, I was fit to be tired. Fit to be tired. I had to stand up. I said, "Sir, if you don't get out, if you don't get away from me," I said probably like twice. I need you to move and get away from me. And he acted like nothing was wrong. Picked up his clothes and got off the bus. I never got on the bus again. Never. I will never do something again. Mm. Y'all keep that 47 because that's the bus I was on. Y'all keep that 47. But today we have people that don't have any care for anything, for anyone. And I'm not just going to say it's the young people. I'm not just going to say it's the millennials. It's a mixture of everybody. I was in the supermarket the other day, and again, an older person, I'm not, it's always in ShopRite. I'm going to let you know that. I'm not going to say which ShopRite it is, but it's always in ShopRite that I go into ShopRite and I'm in line. I still do my 6 feet, guys. I still do 6 feet. Sorry. I still do my 6 feet. I'm in the ShopRite, my 6 feet, paying attention. Little old lady with a little shopping cart. You know her little, is that called a shopping cart that you roll with the 2 wheels in your own personal little shopping cart? Get in front of me. Now I know she's seen me. And I said, ma'am, I was standing in line. And she said, not from far back there you wasn't. And I was like, ma'am, I know you see me standing in this line. There's 2 people in front of me. Now you're the 3rd person. I know you see me standing in this line. And she continued to ignore me. Some old people, some elderly people think we owe them something. They think we owe them something. Some millennials just don't have a care in the world. They don't have a care for life. They don't have a care for rules. They don't care about consequences. But there's some elderly people out there as well that have some issues that need to be cleared up. Mm. I respect my elderly people. I do. I respect you. I just, I say my prayer, God will just bless them. Touch her life I saved today. Just bless the Lord. Bless her. Mm. So these are the people that have these damaged egos, and they additionally lack empathy and meaningful connections in existence, and additionally influences people's professional lives, making it tough to cooperate with others. Have you had a person like that in your life? Someone that you just bumped into? You're trying to compromise with them, and they keep resisting it. Keep resisting it. Keep resisting it. And I think we get that through texting. A lot of people like texting. And sometimes when you're texting, it can get misconstrued. Instead of just picking up the phone real quick, I know we got a text that said, you better stop talking to my sister like that. And I was like, oh, God, let me just, oh. I had to shut my phone down. It wasn't directed at me, though. It wasn't directed at me. It was just directed. Let's just say that. I digress. Let's just get into the self-esteem part. We're almost done here, guys. Self-esteem. What does psychology say about self-esteem? Self-esteem can influence life in a myriad of ways, from academic and professional success to relationships and mental health. Self-esteem, however, is not an immutable characteristics. Success or setbacks, both personal and professional, can fuel fluctuations and feelings of self-worth. Each person's experience is different. But over the course of a lifespan, self esteem seems to rise and fall in predictable, systematic ways. Feelings of high or low self esteem often start in childhood. And I know you keep saying, Kimber, why do you keep going back to this childhood thing? Because what I'm seeing now is a flux of adults that just, you like, what the heck is going on with these people? Where did they come from? Again, it's not just the millennials out there that's, that's whew, mad, angry, out here doing just the most implicable things, substance use, abuse, sexing, sexing, all these things. It's not the millennials. It's just not the young people. And you like, what is going on with these adults? And I'm not just saying 25, 35, they, no, I'm talking about 40, 45, 50, 55, those people. You would not believe. You would not believe. It starts in childhood. Family life that is riddled with disapproval can follow a person into adult life. Low self esteem can also become a problem because of poor school environment or dysfunctional workplace. Miss Carla said your 60s, your 50, and she said 60, 65 too. Listen, I know. I told you the two ladies that lived at the condo, they passed 65. One of them passed that. Family. What did I say? Let me go back to that. Family life that is riddled with disapproval can follow a person into adult life. Low self-esteem can also become a problem because of poor school environment or dysfunctional workplace. That job bothering you, that job stressing you out. The money good, but it's just stressing you out. Is your coworkers off the chain? You sitting up. I listen. I will watch somebody work at a fast food restaurant. And when I worked at some of these fast food restaurants, the customer was always right. You never argue with them. You took their bag back politely. You probably went in the back and cursed them out a little bit. You came back and gave them their proper order. You never fussed or cussed at a customer. You never threw any drink in a customer face. These people in these restaurants now, these even at a yeah, they off. I mean, just where is the proper customer service at? That's why I don't go out and eat that often. My husband say we want tacos. I can make those. We want nachos. I can make those. Only thing I don't like to make is pizza. I'm not making pizza. We go out and get pizza. You want some seafood? I can probably make that too. I don't go out to eat often. We don't. We don't. We're not those people that go out to eat. I'm a foodie, so I can cook. That's one of the things my grandmother, before she left this earth, I can burn. I can burn, guys. Self esteem, self esteem, self esteem. Okay. Likewise, an unhappy relationship can also alter a person's self worth. So you can have high life of confidence. You can be validated all throughout school, summer camp, high school, college, working. Your job can be going great. You can be paid. You can be getting promotions, raises, and ups. You bump into a female that you didn't met, and now she's degrading you, chopping down your self esteem. Same thing with a woman. You can be the top of your class, valedictorian, working at a job, administrator. busting your behind. As soon as you get home, you're getting degraded. There's your self-esteem going down. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, because it's getting late, it is 9:36. How do you cope when you're not getting enough validation? When your ego is not being properly balanced, and your self-esteem, let me just say, is getting stretched. Because we do have that defense mechanism in us. No matter how low self-esteem you get, no matter if you get depressed, no matter if you're getting anxious, no matter if you're having those ruminating thoughts, it's built in your DNA. Your self-esteem will get stretched, your ego will get stretched, and sometimes you'll say, I don't know who the X they think I am. The X they think I am. You'll snap out of it for some reason at one point, and we'll have that fight in us. It's that resistance we'll have in us. We will have that in us. You'll want to fight. You'll say, let me tell you something. I'm the best thing you ever had. I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't nobody going to want me. You know how many people waiting to want me. You'll say all those things. You'll probably say that to your boss. I'm the only one come in here. I'm dedicated at this job. I've never gotten a raise. I've never, asked for anything. I need time off. You show Sharon more time off than you show me, and she always call out. Even with family, I'm always the one that's always showing up. I never complain. When you call me, I'm always there. You'll get that. When someone's kicking you when you down, you'll fight back. It's just in your DNA. You'll fight back. Miss Carter said, she eats humble pie and pray. Sometimes I let them have it, and that's where I walk away. Listen, sometimes you do. You gotta walk away. You gotta walk away. So if you ever feel like you can't do anything right, if you're having these thoughts that's beating you down, you can't do anything right, try to ease up on yourself and try not to engage in all or nothing thinking. If you can, take a vacation from criticizing yourself for about 1 hour. Take your mind off of it. Talk to yourself as you would someone you care about. You're likely putting yourself down and framing the situation at hand, whatever it is, it's overly negative terms. I say again, you're giving yourself curse words. You're putting a curse on yourself. It should not be placed on you. If you begin to cultivate a habit of interrogating your self-downing thoughts, you will slowly learn to sidestep feelings of low self-esteem. Sheree said, I guess she said I guess I grew out of it. I'm at the age and stage. All I have to do is die and stay black and pay taxes. I need no validation by no human being. That's a good motto to have. But as long as you're getting something, a flower needs some sun rays. It needs some water. And they even did an experiment. They did an experiment. I'm sorry. I think these college kids. I don't know which college it was. They did an experiment on with a plant, just a simple plant. They grew this. They grew the same plants, and the kids on the AA team said nice things to the plant. They watered it, they treated it, put it in the sun, and they said nice things to the plant. And the plant grew and grew and grew and grew. B side watered the plant and they put it in the sun, but they didn't treat it right. They didn't treat it right. They said bad things to it, and and it didn't grow as well. It stayed the same size, and at the end of the day, it died. It's going to see a lot of that, and I'm about to go to a Christian camp on the 15th for. Ooh, nice. Nice, Miss Carla. Nice. Not nice. So, and see, that's the thing. I finished with that, guys. That's the thing. In reality, yes, we can treat people like, and that's what that's and see. I'm going to use that, Sheree. I'm going to use that. Treat people like I want to be treated. But in turn, sometimes it don't come back to me. That's gonna be a t-shirt. CC, if you move different, I move out the way. Girl, I like that. I like that. See, but let me just tell you, personally, as an individual, when you have your own circle, and it's again, this starts with your family. You have your own circle. It can be mom, it can be grandmom, and your siblings. It can be mom, dad, siblings. It can be dad, sibling, grandma. Whatever that circle is when you're growing up, you need love, you need nurturing, you need validation. They send you out to society. Society is school. That's the first thing you do, school or daycare. Fit in with society. The kids in school, they don't want to play with you. You may have gotten teased, or that you might be the popular person in school. Remember, the ego goes both ways. You're probably the popular one in school, or if you're the bully in school, the kids are scared of you. They're going to do what you say, so they won't get beat up or bullied. You do have people like that. They're like, yo, man, why you hang with Tyrone? So he won't beat me up. You see what he did to Kevin last week? I just hang with him so he won't beat me up. Matter of fact, I give him my lunch money before he even get around to asking me for it. You have people like that. So it does say don't rely on others to validate your existence, because we're not here for others' existence. We're here to serve a purpose to a God, to a wonderful God. That's where we should get our validation from. And he gives that to us daily. Daily. When we open our eyes, when he gives us a present of the day, letting us breathe fresh air, when we got movement of our limbs, our upper extremities, and our lower extremities, even if we got pain, we are here to conquer another day. That's validation from God that we are still loved, we're still capable, and he still has something for us to do. That's validation. Then, if there was something that happened to us and we didn't get that validation, like my birthday, like our birthdays. I'm sorry, me and my twin sister birthdays. I love our birthdays. And I love birthdays so much, I make sure anyone that's around me, their birthday is special, because it only comes once a year. And no, asked my husband, he sees it. My kids, my oldest is 28 years old. She did her own thing for her birthday. Didn't ask her what she was doing. Didn't ask her what she wanted to go. If she wanted me to cook dinner, I let her do her own thing for her birthday. Got her card. She didn't care about the card. She didn't even care about what was in the card. She said, Mom, where my birthday cake and ice cream at? When we went for our trip, our family trip for our birthday, that's the second thing I said. We down here, who going to get me a cake? And then I said, well, where's the ice cream at? My husband was like, we don't even have a freezer. There's a freezer in the hotel. I want some ice cream. Because I never had that growing up, cake and ice cream, something to celebrate me every year. Every year I was here. God bless that I'm here for 46 years. God blessed me with children. One's here for 28 and one's about to be here for 26 years. Birthdays matter. Again, get connected with yourself. I'm going to tell you what my aunt told me. When you get 40, that light bulb goes off. It's things that you're going to tolerate, Sheree. If they move different, you move out. And it's things that you're not going to tolerate. So again, Miss Carla, even for the people-pleasing part of you, you have that no in you. You have those boundaries in you. You'll give. That's why I said, are you giving to please people? Or are you giving because you're a server? Now, you're giving because you're a server. That's something that God put in you. We can't take that away from you. But when you're serving and people are misusing that gift, you got to pull back and say, well, wait a minute. Is this hindering that person? Are they taking advantage of it? Is this for their benefit? Is it stressful for me to check these things off? Is it stress? Listen, get the book, get the healing book. Check them off, check them off, check them off. Is an assignment in there talking about people, your family, your friends, your companions, your associates? Check them off. You got to get to know the people that you're around. Sometimes you got to shake that tree and let the leaves fall where they may. You got to start losing some people. Instead of getting gray hair, lose some people. Even if it's family. Separate yourself from that. Stress in the body kills. Realize you are not powerless and you're not a child anymore. Less and less frightening by rejection, less likely to psychologically dependent on others. You'll recognize and accept your strengths and your shortcomings. Your weaknesses are there. They're okay to have those weaknesses. It's okay to have those weaknesses. Okay, it's even okay to know what those weaknesses are. Learn self-validation. So when somebody's telling you what you're not, let them know what you are, who you are. I always tell people I'm Bernard's daughter. You got me chopped. And then I let them know that my mama said she ain't raised. Bit my tongue, but that's what she said. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Self-validation. Learn who you are. Give yourself those good words. My daughter gave me a gift. She's a beautiful artist. She said, I am beautiful. She gave me Ecclesiastes 3:11. I'm victorious. Romans 8:37. I am enough. I am strong. I'm created. I'm amazing. I'm never alone. I'm chosen. I am capable. What I pour into my children come out. And sometimes parents, we need pouring back into by our children. We need pouring back into by our nieces, our nephews. We need pouring back into by our brothers, our godchildren. What I pour into my children, I allow my cup to be open for them to pour back into me. My kids get validated every single day. My grandson gets validated every single day. My husband, if he would just open up, gets validated every single day. It's not a day that I don't open these eyes and get my phone and text all my loved ones good morning every day. Every day. And maybe a Thursday or Friday, I'm telling them all I love them. Check up on my people. If I pour it out, it should come back. If you're pouring it out, open that cup because you're going to need someone to pour back into you. Step out of your comfort zone. So if you're people pleasing, try to change those behaviors. Change your false belief systems. You are somebody. You are able. You are capable. Start making better choices. Live a more conscious, a more proactive, more loving, and more fulfilling life. Again, balance your ego with self-recognition, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, and recognize your limits. The rest of these in the chat about self-esteem, signs of strong self-esteem. Some other things that I see here. I'm also going to feature between tomorrow's Thursday. There's going to be 3 YouTube videos that I'm going to be putting up, guys. So you guys can understand what therapy is, what psychology is when it comes to people of color. I'm just stepping into this thing now, even though it's been there all this time. God has been cultivating this thing in me for many, 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 many years. This thing has been birthed through my mother, for me trying to help my mother, or trying to understand my mother and her mental illness. So in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, there was not a lot of things for people of color when it came to mental illness. So I found these YouTube videos of an African-American psychiatrist back then in the 80s talking about how psychology does not fit people of color. So this is why I made this platform, for you guys to understand it from a people of color perspective. What I learned in a book, in a classroom, is not what I'm teaching you or what I'm saying to you on here. It's through experiences. It's through what you guys can understand, what we can walk down the street and talk about, the language, the feelings, the emotions, but also about how my poor is not the Anglo-Saxon's poor or the white poor, how my struggles are not the white people or the Anglo-Saxon struggles. They differ. My mental health is not the same as Becky's mental health. I'll be presenting these videos Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. There's going to be a lot that's going to be going on between now. This is August 7th. I'm going to be having a monthly special with my husband coming up as soon as he gives me the information. He loved coming on last month, discussing some things with me. So he wants to come on 1 week in each month to discuss some things. And I'll be here with him and we can discuss some things together. So that's supposed to be happening. I'm going to be trying to pull my YouTube channel together to be focusing on my non-basic classes, my non-basic life skills. Join me for those. I think those are going to be going on a Saturday. I'm going to also be thinking about pulling together a think tank group, a private group. I don't know what that's going to look like right now. If it's going to be a closed group there for a while, so you have from one date to one date to sign up for this group, and then if you don't sign up in enough time, it'll be closed until maybe 2 or 3 months, and then I'll end that group, and then I'll open the group back up to some others. I'll think about that and what that's going to look like. There's going to be some things happening. Things are happening on the realm here. Things are happening on the spiritual realm, and we need to prepare for it mentally, physically, and spiritually. Sheree says she do the same thing. She texts all her children and grandchildren and tell them she loves them. She pray for them before they start their day. Yep, she said, yep, mom and grandmom. That's right. That's right. That's right. You have to look out for your kids. You have to cover your kids. You have to cover just your people. You have to cover your people. I have so many people that I cover that means so. Hey, Miss Deborah means so much to me. So much to me. I have to make sure I cover my people. So tonight, if this touched you, if you're struggling with validation, if you're struggling with balancing your ego, if you're struggling with your self-esteem, okay, she said she can't get a good signal. That's all right, love. That's all right, love. If you're struggling with any of those things, um, I implore you to seek the creator. It starts from the creator. Seek God. Ask him, what's your purpose? And then wait on that. Wait on that. Wait on that. Maybe if you do a fast from 12 midnight to 12 noon and wait on that. If you want your purpose, where do you fit in this world? Go to God first. God validates every single day again when he allows us to wake up in the morning. Because believe me, anywhere somebody is right now, it's morning time. It's almost 10 o'clock here, but it's morning time somewhere else. Someone's waking up. Someone may have not woke up. But I will let you know, a kind word to someone leads and runs a long way. Kindness, love, genuine love, being humble runs a long way. Guys, I love you guys. You guys take care. And I will see you next Wednesday. Have a good night. Oh, you let the dog out.